Governor Sanwo-Olu seeks women's support in making positive changes in communities as Council National Conference begins in Lagos. House of Representatives raises concerns over use of substandard equipment, moves to improve safety in electricity supply industry. On the foreign scene, Mexico approves controversial popular election of judges. And in sport, former Nigeria international commends Eguavon for 2025 African qualifiers. Now the details. Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has urged women in the state to continue to join hands with his administration to make positive changes in their communities that will bring about real development. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated this in his address as the chief host of the 24th Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, Council's Hybrid National Women's Conference, with the theme, Soar Beyond Boundaries, Enrich Communities. The governor also called on participants at the annual conference to turn the knowledge gained to a call for action to be able to make positive impacts in their lives as they shape the future of their communities with a sense of hope and engagement.
And to admonish ourselves that indeed a better tomorrow is on the horizon for us. For us in Lagos State, we'll continue to ensure that with every fiber that we have, we will serve you better. We'll make this place a lot better than we met it. We'll create opportunity for women. We'll create opportunity for our youth. We'll create opportunity for various businesses, micro, small enterprises. Indeed, that's what we sign. That is our commitment to you, and will not stop until when we'll achieve it.
Sanwo-Olu restated his administration's commitment to serve Lagosians better by creating opportunities for women, youths and businesses where everyone can live to their full potential in line with the Themes Plus developmental agenda. While declaring open the annual national conference, Akwa Ibom State Governor Umo Eno, who was represented by his deputy Aki Eyakei, thanked council officials for their steadfastness in organizing the annual conference to expand the frontier of development, especially in the home front. Meanwhile, wife of the state governor and chairman, Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials Council, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, has urged women to push beyond boundaries, enrich the community, be self-confident, network, and challenge the status quo. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu said this in her address at the 24th Council's Hybrid National Women's Conference with the theme Soar Beyond Boundaries, Enrich Communities. She also encouraged women to be more focused as they worked hard to achieve their desires and set goals while contributing to the advancement of the social, economic and political growth of the state as well as Nigeria.
Do away with the arrival mentality. Don't be selfish. Never be tempted to live for you, yourself, and your family alone. It's not just about you. Even if you think you have arrived, there's still a lot more to achieve for our communities. We are a continuous moving phenomenon which our world is privileged to have at this time.
Mrs. Sanwo-Olu also said the annual conference would frontally address various challenges facing women, thanking the state governors, first ladies, deputy governor Obafemi Hamzat, Oba of Lagos, Rilwan Akiolu, who was honored at the event, physical and online participants, and other dignitaries at the event for their support. In her speech, the Inspirational Woman of the Year, Adejoke Orelokwe Adefulire, accepted the award with gratitude, saying that it would strengthen her commitment to women empowerment, harping on the need to prioritize their inclusion in national development. Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy Ohaneye, says the federal government plans to support women farmers with tools and grants to ensure food security. She stated this when she paid a courtesy visit to Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at the Lagos House Marina. Mrs. Kennedy Ohaneye said her ministry is partnering the Nigerian Army and a Chinese company on the project, which had taken off in 16 states of the Federation.
The plans is for every community to get these machines, and we have our portal, which I sent to you for your women to be uploaded on it, because the federal government want to be giving them grants directly through the portal. We want to go fully into farming, which we have partnered with the army and some Chinese company, and we've written to Water Resources, who has given us approval to use all the dams to farm for women, which will have 30% men and 70% women. And with the army, we'll have our security for the farming.
Responding, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said Lagos State government had many agricultural programs for women to fight poverty and guarantee food security. Governor Sanwo-Olu said the state government would key into the federal government's project and sought more of the intervention to help women in the state.
A lot of those interventions are critical areas where we have also played. They have a huge farm that they cultivate, the ministry, and they collaborate with the Ministry of Agriculture. In fact, in the Ministry of Agriculture with them, there's a whole chain of female farmers that we have called the Ogbonge farmers. So we see synergy in what you're doing and what they're doing. You've mentioned some numbers that you've given in 16, 17 states. What we are going to throw back is just triple those numbers, because here in Lagos, we need a lot more.
That was Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The lawmaker representing Oshodi Solo Constituency 1, Lagos House of Assembly, Stephen Ogudipe, has advised students to use the new academic session to learn new things, to explore their passion for growth and build good relationship with their teachers and peers. In his welcome back message, Ogundipe assured students in his constituency of his support to access quality education through policy formulation in the State Assembly. He also pledged to advocate policies that promote quality education and ensure that all students have access to the resources required to learn and be successful. The lawmaker urged them to embrace the challenges ahead with enthusiasm and determination, noting that hard work and dedication will surely pay off in future. It asked the students to participate in extracurricular activities and build strong relationships with their teachers and peers. Now to the rest of the stories. The House of Representatives Committee on Safety Standards and Regulations has raised concerns over safety issues and the use of substandard equipment in the Nigerian electricity supply industry. Chairman of the committee, Suleiman Gumi, emphasized the House's commitment to ensuring that the laws regulating safety in the sector were strictly enforced, noting that the committee, in collaboration with the Association for Public Policy Analysis, would hold a conference to address safety challenges in the industry. According to him, the committee has identified the power sector as a crucial area where safety standards and regulatory policies must be rigorously observed for effective legislative action. Gumi said this would ensure that electricity service delivery in the country is safe, secure, and of high quality, preventing the loss of lives and property. Abia State's government has announced that schools in the state will resume for the 2024-2025 academic session on Wednesday, September 23. Commissioner for Information and Culture, Oke Kanu, said this while briefing journalists on the outcome of this week's State Executive Council meeting, which Governor Alex Otti presided over. Kanu said the development was due to the public holiday on Monday, September 16, the earlier resumption date. The announcement followed the earlier postponement of the resumption in Edo and Kano states. And now to foreign news. Mexico's Senate has approved a controversial judicial reform under which judges will be elected by popular vote. Mexico is the first country in the world to allow voters to elect judges at all levels after protesters invaded the upper house and suspended debate on the matter. Its supporters say the changes will make judges more accountable to the Mexican people, but critics argue it undermines the country's system of checks and balances and will strengthen the power of the governing Morena party. During a dramatic late-night session, an opposition senator broke ranks and voted in favor of the reform, meaning it had the two-third majority needed for constitutional change. There will be further debate on points raised by lawmakers on details of the bill before it is given its final approval. But the general vote on Wednesday morning was the key one. Now, sports former Nigeria international Ifeanyi Udeze has commended Super Eagles interim coach Austin Eguavoen for doing a good job in the AFCON 2025 qualifiers. Udeze said the interim coach will not have any problem if the Nigeria Football Federation decides to allow him continue. He noted that there was improvement in both games as the players were able to create scoring chances. The Eagles will be back in the AFCON qualifiers in October when they will face Libya in back-to-back games. And that is news at 10. Just before we go, slow down at junctions, intersections and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a mentorship seminar for over 1,000 youths on the theme Agripreneur Strategy for Wealth Creation? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, try the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has urged women in the state to continue to join hands with his administration to make positive changes in their communities that will bring about real development. The House of Representatives Committee on Safety Standards and Regulations has raised concerns over safety issues and the use of substandard equipment in the Nigerian electricity supply industry. Also told you that Mexico's Senate has approved a controversial judicial reform under which judges will be elected by popular vote, becoming the first country in the world to allow voters to elect judges at all levels after protesters invaded the upper house and suspended debate on the matter. And in sport, former Nigeria international Ifeanyi Udeze has commended Super Eagles interim coach Austin Eguavoen for doing a good job in the AFCON 2025 qualifiers. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Adirayo Iduwolaya. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.